G'day guys, welcome back to oztooltalk. Tonight's a bit of a different one. We thought since we talk about tools a lot, we'd sort of show you a little of what our sheds are like and our little playpens. So this is Dwaino's, we're starting with him tonight. We're just going to basically walk you through what we've got and why, and sort of show you a bit of the story about what we do. So hopefully it's interesting for you, and we'll roll on. So Dwaino, tell us what you got here, mate.
Welcome to my shed. What I've basically got is a 6x4 shed, tin shed, which is about all I could muster on this property. So I've just made do with that sort of space, and it's worked out quite well for me. So yeah, I bought the shed second hand. Only cost me a few $100. Poured the slab myself. Did an absolutely atrocious job. Could just about trip over on it. But then all the benches in the place I put in myself. Everything in here is pretty much second hand and built by me. So take a quick look around, I guess, before anything else.
I've got a few little questions of different things here, because Dwaino's the ultimate saver and I'm the extreme opposite. So the two of us operate very differently in how we've built our sheds up. So the first thing for me, Dwayne, I want to talk to you about your multiple platforms of tools over here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Tell us what we've got here, because obviously Milwaukee, we rate them very highly, and there's certain Bosch units we rate highly as well.
Yeah, so I actually initially started with Dewalt and Bosch. Dewalt was the first platform I ever went on. That's the slide-on one, so they did really well for me. And then some deals started coming out in Bosch, some really good package deals, and what I did was just bought expensive kits and then sold most of it off and kept a piece at a time. So I haven't paid anything for any of my Bosch at all in the end. I ended up switching over to Milwaukee for my other line recently because my circ saw died, and I wanted to get the Milwaukee circ saw, which I think is top of the range, and also they've got a monster angle grinder. So yeah, so I'm still mixing and matching, so I really like, and pretty much everything I've kept in the Bosch, I've kept because I just love it, and I don't think that anyone else makes a better one anyway.
Yep.
This is my latest acquisition. That's the Bosch impact driver and wrench in one. So you can put the 1/2-inch socket on the outside there.
Yep.
And then your regular 1/4-inch bit in the front. It's got really nice lighting. And as I showed Mike before, these things are so much quieter than the impact drivers that I'm used to. Really quiet. So
it's funny, isn't it? Because like we sort of, having worked at a Mitre 10 for nearly 10 years, selling tools, and people are going and go, oh, what am I going to get? What's the best platform? And because that's what it's all about. But you can't really choose a platform, because everybody has their strengths, and unfortunately everyone has their weaknesses.
That's right.
So you certainly pick the ones out of the bunch, but it's hard because there's other brands that you go, but I really want this in this brand, and really want that in that brand.
Yeah.
At one point, did you not have 4 platforms?
4? 3, I think.
3?
I did have Dewalt, Milwaukee, and Bosch all together.
Okay.
For a bit. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, I'd take the Dewalt for its nailers and stuff, and I'd get, Makita in here. They got their brushless jigsaws, and the Metabo angle grinder and the drill. Like, you could go crazy, but I'm very happy, and I'm not a tradie, so this is more than enough for me. I'm a little bit overkill, but
we both like tradies tools, but we don't actually work in the trade.
No, that's right. So I try and get it in.
Justify that to our wives.
That's right. Well, it helps when you don't pay anything for them.
That's true.
All the stuff here on the bench is not mine. I just bought a big. What I do is I kind of tend to clean people out on Gumtree or whatever, and buy their stuff because it's got some, a table saw or whatever that I want in it.
Yep.
And then sell off the bits that I don't need and try and make it really cost neutral. So all those are going. Got a couple of big 9 1/4-inch circ saws.
There's a couple of absolute weapons here, guys. Like the 3612 for me, absolute dream. I nearly bought it off Dwayne, but as we'll see in my shed video, I think I have 4 routers, so I don't need another one.
Good enough. So
the 1902.
Yeah, Mike, he's going to buy that one.
That's absolutely. I can't go past it. I've already got a Hitachi, and I've got the cordless Makita, but how can you possibly go past that? So.
Yeah, that's right. So they're all going. Then you got my hand tools. These are just the stuff that I like to have out. sort of at close proximity. Some people like hanging their tools, other people don't. I kind of lined two sides of my shed with MDF just so I can stick stuff up anywhere I want.
Yep.
It's way more flexible than pegboard and cheap.
Yeah.
So it works out really well for me.
So one little kicker there, the Tajima pull saw. What do you reckon about that?
Oh mate, it's only about $30 I think in Masters, and you can't go back to a regular saw after you've used the pull saw.
No.
I've never been able to cut straight until I got a proper saw. And now
Very, very impressive little saw. Tajima actually brings out some phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
Underrated company, underrated tools, and the pull saw is absolutely magnificent.
It is, yeah. So yeah, that's a weapon. I really love having a good couple of squares. These are old school ones again that I bought second hand.
Yep.
As a kit. Got my clamps over here. Well, some of my clamps.
Clamp City.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have enough good clamps, really, can you?
I agree.
Yeah, we'll see that at your place next time.
I agree with clamps 100%. So
I got the little EO hedge trimmer down there.
Yeah, that's not all you've got, is it? You got a stack of it?
In the shed I've got the mower and the chainsaw and the hedge trimmer, the line trimmer as well. So
yeah, we might get into that bit later, I think. So.
Yeah.
And the Dewalt stand there.
Yeah, so I bought those new. I got them on sale. They're an actual miter stand for hooking my saw up on.
Yep.
But I actually mainly bought them just as really good sawhorses.
Yeah, you got them for a steal, didn't you?
Yeah, I got $70 each or less or something. And you set them up, they're linked together. They're just so sturdy. I don't use them that often, but when you need one, it's good to have a good one.
Sexy vice.
Yeah,
go there.
Big 6-inch Dwain vice made in Australia. My dad gave me that one for free. So that was pretty stinking awesome.
Absolute beast, guys. Look at that.
Got a couple of little rubber-faced attachments on there for if I want to put something
soft jaws
in there. So that's quite handy.
Lovely.
Yeah, got a whiteboard up on the back of the door. I find that really handy. Just screwed there, just for writing numbers down, making lists, that sort of stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Tucked away here, little thicknesser down there.
Yeah, a little thicknesser. I stuffed the blades first time I used that
one. That's not a Ryobi, is it? What's that?
No, it's a Rockwell.
Rockwell?
For the American viewers, it's actually the same as the Grizzly unit.
Yeah, okay.
It's fairly common over there.
Right.
A bunch of tool bags under there.
Yeah, Dwain's got some issues with tool bags. Dewalt,
you can talk.
So over here, what do you keep in your drawers? I'm interested here because
so what have I got? In here's 1/2-inch socket sets and stuff, and a couple of files.
Yep.
Then I've got an outrageous amount of auger bits and drill bits and.
Apparently can't have.
No, you can't have too many. I really like stepped bits.
Yeah, step drill bits.
For going through sheet metal and stuff, they're just revolutionary for me.
Yep. Absolute winner.
So they're really good.
So that's all your smaller stuff that you sort of can't necessarily hang up like you've got with your clamps and your squares, all the smaller bits and pieces, but stuff that you can't necessarily hang up.
Again, toolboxes are second hand. Got my chisels, full through tang chisels.
They are beautiful, those things.
And over here I've got the Dewalt ratcheting spanners.
Not available in Australia?
No, I imported these 10 through to 19.
Yep.
Beautiful, just a pleasure to use. And then I got my really nice spanners and pliers and such in here.
Yep.
These are all channel lock.
Yep. Channel lock, bit of vice grip.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
They're pretty good.
I got the channel lock as well, as you know, because you bought them in off Amazon for me.
That's right. Nothing much to see in those ones.
Yeah. So now across to the bench. Like this bench, guys. I absolutely love this bench. I've got a bit of a thing for big workbenches, which mine's a dismal failure, as you'll see in my video. But this is cost Dwain nothing because he scrounges timber and scrounges stuff. Absolute beast of a bench. It's just a big heavy duty kitchen bench top, isn't it?
Well, I think they were for an office or something, and a buddy of mine picked them all up. I think the place that manufactured them buggered them up, so they just threw them out the front.
Yeah, right.
So I picked them up for me. I scrounged the timber and made some really heavy duty benches. I initially had a big bow in there. I didn't do it well.
Yep.
And that just annoyed me to no end. So recently I ripped it off and planed it back and made it pretty.
And you got a couple of vices down there as well.
So Mike behind the camera actually gave me those. They were sitting around in your shed for who knows how long.
Oh, they were from a friend Bruce Weatherhead. Actually gave them to me if I could clean a couple up to have a couple, but I'm actually just not going to use them. So I figured if anyone's going to use them, maybe Dwain. They've come up really nice, guys. Dwain sort of said, how would we install them, what's the best, and my idea was just complete flush mount, you know.
Yeah, so
you want it flush mount a couple of metres apart.
Yeah, that's right. Just a few mil below the bench so it doesn't get in the way if I want to have some sheets over it or something.
Yep.
That way I can put a big long piece of timber in it, I can plane it, sand it, do whatever, route it, do whatever I want.
Yep.
Hold it nice and firm. It's a really good idea from Mike there.
The thing I like about those ones was they're not your latest fancy quick release, etc. But they're bulletproof. Like these have come out of a school and they are years and years old.
Yeah.
They would have caught some serious abuse, just like the Dwain engineering one over here. Look at the handle on the thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and it's still going. So don't give me your Chinese crap.
Yeah.
Something like that, absolutely phenomenal.
These are all made in Australia and all older than me, I'd imagine.
Now what's under here?
Well, so this is a bit of an interesting one. I don't really have room in this shed for a proper dust extraction system, obviously.
Yep.
So what I did was I got a shop vac, and then I made a dust. What do you call them? Like a dust deputy or a
drop box, drop bear box.
A vortex thing. I'll just take it out. Throw away. Oh, geez, it's a little bit stiff on that.
This is another example of Dwain just saving dollars, guys. But it works brilliantly.
Yeah, it actually does. So what? I mean, some guys would already be familiar with this, but what you do is you actually have the air come in on the side and get extracted through the top, and it creates a vortex that goes round.
Yep.
And then this gap all around here, about an inch, all the dust fills down there.
Tip that upside down a bit, just so we can
sure.
sort of see there, guys. So that little cutout Dwayne's talking about there.
Yeah.
That difference there, that's where stuff drops down.
That's right. So so you just stick it on a bucket, or you can buy pre-made ones, like proper ones, but that's half full there, and I guarantee you there'll be like a few fingerfuls of dust in the actual shop vac.
Yep. Yeah, ripping idea. As Dwayne said, guys, you can buy the pre-made ones, no dramas. And I get a bit out of control and went and bought a big one, but this is what having your own little workshop's about sometimes. And going, you know what? I want a dust extractor and a couple of bucks for some PVC pieces. Dwayne sat there with the jigsaw, the sander, made his own little one, and it works perfect.
It actually does.
You don't have to go out and buy all the big gear straight away, do you?
No, that's right. So what I've got is 50mm PVC running along the entire length of my bench under the pine there.
See little outlets here?
Yeah, so I've got 3 outlets, and then I've also got a hose running to the back of my drop saw, and I've got a little port here that I can just plug a hose in and extract straight out of the drop saw.
Yeah, ripper.
Fantastic idea that works like hardly at all.
Yeah.
For some reason I just get no suction at that point.
Yeah, right, okay.
But I can still just take that port out and then just flick all the dust straight into the hole, and it sucks out well there.
Yep.
It just doesn't seem to actually come through to the saw blade very well for some reason.
Yeah, okay.
Not quite sure why. But anyway, fun project, and it's just great to be able to just reach all parts of your shed really easily.
Now, just beside there, what is that? I haven't heard of this brand before. Disc and belt sander, guys. One of the most highly underrated tools in the shed, and the reason I say this, mine just recently blew up and I realised how many times I used it.
Yeah.
Disc and belt sander, what's that?
So this is a fine hell unit, which I've never heard of. But it's made.
You might be showing our ignorance there.
Yeah, but it's made in Germany. It's got like German words and everything on it. 1984, so it's older than I am.
Yep.
Still going fine. I recently bought a bunch of stuff from this old fella locally who's been making model planes his whole life. So I took that off his hands, and I took big drill press off his hands that I'll show you in a minute. And they just go great. I love using tools that have been going forever, because you just know that they're not going to pack it up tomorrow.
Yep, that's a bit of an old weapon, that one, I reckon.
Yeah, so that's really good.
Stinking handy tool. It's hard because as Dwayne and I'll be chatting about, you and I'll be chatting about tools, and go, that's one that you can't go without. And the next tool we talk about, we go, that's one you can't go without.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's hard to know what. But the other one I want to see, this looks very, very new.
Yeah, just bought this brand new, which is pretty rare for me.
Yes.
This is the Triton spindle sander. Also goes by Shepich, same unit.
Yep. They look identical, just different colour.
They are identical, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, really cool. Comes with 6 different spindle sizes. Really good for following curves and
making toys, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, really handy. You can also
I was going to say you made a little jig, didn't you?
Well, you can also do edge sanding.
Yep. Pop that jig on.
And if you pop this little jig on here, and I'm copying this straight from a video by a guy named Stu's Shed.
Oh yeah, it's
looking up.
shed on YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you just have it out at whisker and clamp it down, and then you can just run a board straight across it.
Yeah, beautiful.
And just
So then it essentially turns it into something like this, but it's sideways, which we know you can
Well,
get.
that's right, because if
we're talking small workshop here, we're not talking.
That's right, because if you put a board like this, especially a thin one, on your belt sander like that,
yep,
you're just going to mess it up.
Yep,
doesn't work very well. So,
yeah. And they're a really good top. Like for the dollars, they are a really good solid cast top.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. Yeah. It's not bad. So I think I paid it's 200 and something.
Yep.
So yeah, that's good. Another second-hand unit from a garage sale. Ryobi half horsepower bench grinder.
Yep.
Just a 6-inch, but oh man, does everything I need.
Yeah, can't go wrong there.
And
Ryobi's an underrated grinder, I reckon, from years ago. I don't know about the ones now, right now.
Yeah.
Because my 10-inch in exactly that same style I've had for I think probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Absolute beast.
Yeah, I don't know how I ever survived without a wire brush wheel.
Yeah, cleans up everything, doesn't it?
I've only had that a couple of years.
Yep.
Just got a couple of planes there in the background as well. Just
look at that big one. What size is that big
just
plane?
Got a big number 6. It's a brand called Pope, made in Australia. Pretty much
again, I'd never heard of that. I always just...
it's the same as the Falcon brand, I think. Yeah, Falcon Pope, and I think it's the same thing.
That's got a beautiful base on it, though.
Yeah, you can see it's pretty much identical to the Stanley ones.
Yep.
And it is made in Australia. So
that's a number 6. That's perfect for nice tops or something like that.
Yeah, joining that sort of stuff. So it's pretty.
And then your standard little Stanley 4 you got there.
Yeah, 4 there. Yep. It's handy.
Beautiful.
Just picked up a tap and die set from Gear Wrench.
Yep.
Which is
pop that.
Fine. Which is the first tap and die set I've ever owned, and I don't really need one, but I just want one. And I'm pretty excited, and the reason I bought this one is because Gear Wrench's tap and die set actually contains a ratcheting.
Yeah, this is gold, absolute gold.
Which means that instead of having to take your hand off each time, you can just sit there and go.
I love it because it just looks like a full reversible gear spanner.
Yeah, it is.
Same setup there.
That's right.
But for your taps, I reckon it's absolute belter.
Very cool. So it's pretty stoked about that. Yep. Looking for an opportunity to use it now.
Yeah, you just got to find a job for it now that'll justify it to our partners.
Yeah, that's right.
So looking up here, just while you pack that up.
Oh yeah.
King's power tool.
Yeah.
Beautiful big pedestal drill. This thing.
That's a 16 mil.
It's an absolute weapon.
Again, I don't even know the brand, but the guy who bought it new. It weighs an absolute ton.
It is heavy.
Oh man, I can hardly lift this thing on my own, and I'm not a small bloke. 3/4 horsepower, 1981. You know, how old does that make it? 34 years old or something.
Too late at night to be working that out.
Yeah. Is that about how old you are?
No.
So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. Yeah. I had a little pissy Rockwell unit that got me by, but wasn't really worth keeping the long way.
This is a good middle of the road, guys. Like I've got the little tiny Ryobi. Your standard sort of now I think 199-ish. I don't ever know because I got it from my pa. But tiny little pedestal drill, but then also had a big deep throat Shure type one.
Oh yeah.
And I just found that useless for a lot of jobs because it was so big and it was cumbersome.
Oh yeah.
I got rid of that and I've used the little one. All I really look for is more power sometimes. Yeah. Not necessarily the big floor standing unit. Yeah. So I reckon this King's unit, this should serve you pretty well.
Yeah,
we haven't actually used it, you know.
Realistically, I don't think most people need a floor standing bench.
No.
It's no different. It's just it's not sitting on a stand, it's sitting on a
trouble
bench.
Is big's always better, so that's why we go for bigger.
Well, that's true, but I've only got a small shed. I also got with it a little
milling vise.
Milling vise, 2-way milling vise.
Yep.
So I can bolt that straight down onto the unit, and then just production line of holes if I want to.
Yeah, cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Don't skip my drop saw.
Oh, the drop saw. Sorry, the drop saw, guys.
Yeah, I keep my safety equipment on here just to force me to use it.
He uses it more than I do.
Yeah, you're a shocker. So this is 708. I think that's what it was, isn't it?
I think it's 708, yeah.
Yeah, 708. So it's the previous version of the 12-inch drop slider.
Yeah, absolute workhorse, these things.
Yeah, so it's got the vertical slides instead of the horizontal ones like the new ones.
Yeah.
But it doesn't let me down. I think it's about 1500 watt. It goes great. Positive stop adjustment on the miters. Yeah. Bevels both ways.
These things didn't have a ton of bells and whistles, you know, and they've now changed to the different slides and shorter, and they compensated for that in the longer neck. in the latest ones,
that's
but
right.
these really didn't seem to go wrong.
No, and you can see I've done a cutout in the back of my MDF there, just so I can actually get all the way back and then still be able to get it out of the way of the bench if I need to.
Yep. Which is why Dewalt went and redesigned. For guys who didn't have a ton of space to be able to allow for that sort of length. But
I picked that stuff for $150. Put a couple of new kerf boards on it.
Stinking
bought
bargain.
a new handle because it had a crack in it.
Yep.
And yeah, she's like new, so love that. That's got to be one of my favourite tools. Who doesn't love a sliding motor saw?
Everyone's got to have one.
Oh,
that's the rule, isn't it?
Oh, I think so. And you can't go wrong with the yellow one, to be honest. They make very good motor saws.
Again, that's what we were talking before about the cordless gear. It's very hard to stick with a brand.
Yeah.
Because if you were to say to me, go and buy a 12-inch slide compound and then go and buy a 10-inch droppy, what brand are you going to buy? I couldn't tell you to buy one brand because I'd go for the Makita 10-inch droppy and I'd probably go for the Dewalt 12-inch. Now, everyone's got a different story.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's where I'd head. So, it is everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, that's right. And oh man, who wouldn't love one of those Bosch axial gliding slides?
I went to the launch of that, and that is just an absolute dream.
Oh, I'd have wet my pants.
A couple of sherbets probably help. But, now here we go.
Yes,
I believe you used to have a Triton.
I did have a Triton, and I, to be honest, I just don't think I was good enough at setting it out because I just could never get the thing to be quite straight, and I didn't have like yours has got an attachment for bracing the unit, the saw underneath.
Yep.
I had a Makita 9-inch underneath, and it just never worked for me.
It's a bit of a compromise, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a bit sick of it. I think they were good in their day, but I don't know if they're sort of the best way to go now. So I picked up this the other day, along with all those other tools I saw on the bench, which is a cast iron top table saw.
Yep.
What's that brand called again?
Not Woodman, is it?
Yeah, Woodman.
Yeah.
Do you know about Woodman?
I don't know about Woodman.
I think they've been around for quite a
while.
while.
We're showing our ignorance here, guys.
Yeah, well,
we've got a lot of I don't know this brand.
We don't know, especially in my shed. So yeah, cast iron top with the extra extendables, induction motor, weighs a ton.
But it's very basic, isn't it?
Very basic. Yeah.
It's stinking heavy. I can feel my back from the other night when we got it off the trailer, but. It's basic, guys. This is your old school motor at the back, gravity drop.
Yeah.
There's no mucking around here, but these slides are still in mint condition.
Yeah.
Dwayne's given I think, did you use steel wool? Or
yeah.
Bit of steel wool just to knock any little, a bit of surface rust off or any sort of stuff that just gathers over bits of steel.
Yeah.
And that slide's a treat now. The thing I really like about this is that we were talking about the other night.
The fence?
Sorry?
The fence?
Yeah, the fence. Like the fence, guys, when you're looking at tools, think about the fence, because everyone buys band saws or table saws and they sook and moan for the rest of their life about the fences.
Yeah.
The fence is where the dollars are.
That's right.
And where the strength is. This thing, you actually lock off the front here with that knob there, and then the back is actually tightened up here as well. So you're not having to reach over.
It just pulls it on a big bar with a thread in it, and it goes quite well. That doesn't necessarily mean it's dead square all the time. You still got to be careful.
Yeah, you still got to play around with that.
Still probably put a square.
But you got this for a steel.
Yeah, that's
and it is a tough unit, and you've just made yourself a little ply.
Yeah,
insert there.
Oh, don't show my insert. It's rubbish. I totally mucked it up. So
it looks sexy.
I'm gonna do another one.
We won't zoom in. Don't zoom in, guys. But that's a little ripper. I reckon it's on wheels, so it tucks away underneath your bench there too.
Yeah, that's right. I made this rack with a table saw and a router table in mind.
Yep.
Just made it 1200 high to give it plenty of clearance. That's supposed to be all timber up on the top there, but as you can see, not enough timber, too many tools.
Yep.
These are all repairs and tools to give away or to sell or something.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That Milwaukee up there is mine, isn't it? Is that where you put it?
Yeah, that's right. No, that's not yours. It's mine now.
All right. There's tools everywhere, hidden everywhere.
That's right. So this is my router table. It's an old Triton table. To be honest, I don't really care about the table.
Yep.
But what's underneath it is just a monster.
Yes.
It's the
wheel it out.
Triton. Is it the TRA 001?
001 should be. TRA 001. Sold a ton of them. They are really cool, guys.
These units are just amazing. They're soft start, which is nice. Just starts up slowly, and then yeah. So, I mean, what's brilliant about a Triton, especially the big 1/2 inch, under your router table, is that you can just put your hand under here and perform large adjustments straight away.
Yep.
So you bring it all the way to the top. If I actually flick the safety on, I can bring it all the way to the top. One spanner, onto the collet there.
Yep.
It's locked in place.
Bang.
And then boom, I'm unlocked. My bit will come out. Actually, it's got two sticking points. Not sure if that's normal or not.
Okay.
But it's that easy. You know, compared to having to lift your saw over, or your router table up, or
Yeah.
or try.
I can't remember the guy's name right off the top of my head right now. John, whoever invented Triton, when he was doing all this, he really thought about your handyman and how to make things quick and easy. That router, that has got some serious guts. That router, that was an absolute belter.
3 1/4 horsepower.
But who else has little increments like that? Now, what you can do is, I think you've got 3 stages where you can set that, so that if you're doing a regular job or a particular job, you run it through once, click it down, run it through again, click it up or down again.
Yeah, it's just got little increments. It's more than 3. And then you've got your fine adjustment down here as well.
Yeah, right.
Plastering Supplies actually gave me a good deal on that unit. I said I might give them a review one day, so maybe we'll call this it.
Plastering Supplies, Hallam. Ching.
And having a fence that you can pull straight over the bit. Allows you a lot more flexibility.
Yeah. So you can run it right along the side and just get little rollover edges.
I think I actually need to widen that one.
And that's on a trolley as well. So again, guys, just to tuck away, because this is not a massive shed, but
no.
I think we've been banging away for a while now. But if you think about the amount of different tools Dwayne's got stuck in here at the moment, how big is the shed again?
6 by 3.7
meters. That is. So for the Americans, 18 foot by 24 foot or something like that.
24 or something. But
so it's not a massive shed, but he's got router table set up. We've got table saw, pedestal drill, droppies, sanders, and plenty of bench space with the vise.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can fit a fair bit in. So as we roll around, we're almost at the end of this shed, but just have a bit of a look here. Yeah. I can't really see because of the light properly there. We got Bosch 5-inch grinder, a little slimline grinder.
Love that one.
They're a beast.
Picked up a 9-inch Bosch for $30.
Yep.
That's with the anti-vibration. That's actually
$30.
Current model, actually.
That's a disgrace. A couple of blades are $30.
Yeah, that's right. So then I got a few sanders. Actually, those are new acquisitions that I just bought secondhand.
That's a little Bosch detail sander, that one there.
Yeah, it's your little Makita quarter sheet.
You use a quarter sheet much or not?
Well, I don't know. I just got it.
Okay.
Probably not.
I haven't used it much.
Probably this little detail will do that. But
yep.
Love my Bosch 5-inch
125.
Yeah, the random orbital sander. This filter system on the back of the Bosch is actually really good.
Yeah, right.
You can actually use that without a mask for quite a while, and I'm not going to recommend it necessarily, but it actually does really, really well.
Yeah, okay. They've touted that as really quite revolutionary, but I always thought it was a bit of a gimmick.
No, I think it's actually the best on the market at actually keeping dust in.
Okay.
You can pull it off and put the dust extractor straight on. I do that on a big job.
Yep.
Little 3620 Makita quarter-inch plunge router.
Yeah, weapon.
Fantastic unit.
Bit of Diablo bits in the back there, so router set.
Yeah, I love my
Dwayne's clearly got issues with router bits.
I do enjoy router bits.
As long as your wife's not watching this, you'll be alright.
Another $30 second-hand
$30.
Bosch plane.
GHO 10-82.
Yeah, it's
good base on it, really good plane.
Yeah, it does a trick.
You got a Ryobi biscuit joiner down there?
Yeah, that's a new acquisition as well.
Yep.
I haven't really got into biscuit joining, but I'll give it a crack.
You'll be hooked once you start.
Yeah, I've done a bit of doweling and I've done a bit of mortise and tenon.
Yep. But, those dowels look familiar.
Yeah, they're yours.
That's because I hate dowels. They're stupid things.
Yeah, so...
I'm a biscuit joining man now. I hate the dowels, but
that's right.
There's a
little Craig jig in there. If you don't know what a Craig jig is, go find out. Cause
Craig jig, guys. If you're ever
really handy
doing any sort of joinery or repairing chairs and different stuff like that, the Craig jig. It is. What do we pay for that? Like $70 for the kit or something?
Yeah, maybe 100 or something. So
whatever it was, like both of us, Dwayne is pretty tight. I'll tell you now, but he snapped that up pretty quick, and I love it. It's absolute beast. You just clamp it on. You can drill perfect on the angle.
Yeah.
And when you get the kit, it actually comes with some plugs as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. What's the more generic name for them? They're called a pocket joinery.
Pocket hole jig. Pocket hole jig, I think.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Now this little thing around here. So Dwayne's got his sandpaper on little spigots, little dowels there.
Yeah.
What is that?
I just enjoy being able to find out what nut or bolt is what size straight away. So
this is the engineering coming out in you.
Yeah, that's right. So I just got some metric, some imperial, fine and coarse in the main sizes that I'd sort of use.
Yep.
I just glued them on to a bit of perspex.
Yep.
And yeah, it works great.
So I bet the bolt bloke loved you, did he?
Oh, yeah, I got all the bolts off the shelves, which I think you
Good
appreciate.
idea though, because how many times have
Yeah.
we all sat there and cursed the fact that we can't work out what thread's what?
Yeah.
And I had no idea the differences between BSC and UNF and UNC and
Yeah.
all those different things. So
It gets a bit
that's a ribbon.
complicated.
And something like that, now really there's less and less independence and stuff around.
Mm.
So if you want to go into a Mitre 10, you know, or a Bunnings, how are you going to be able to tell what actual thread it is?
Yeah, I think like Bunnings and stuff have got like a thread checker usually.
Yeah, okay, well, that's true, yeah.
But I mean, I don't have to do that. I don't
No.
have to go there.
Well, if you've got a bucket of bolts here now, you don't have
Yeah.
to sit there and curse and keep trying to fiddle around. You can actually try it on the thread machine.
Yeah, that's right. So,
So,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. A few more clamps there.
Yeah, a few more clamps.
Clamp City.
Yeah. Levels. You've missed all my levels.
Levels. What do we got? He's got
So-
levels hanging everywhere here.
Yeah,
guys.
so I've got a 600mm magnetised Stanley one there.
Certainly Fat Max, clearly magnetised to the frame.
Yeah, got a little torpedo Fat Max as well
Yeah,
up
they're a
here.
little ripper.
Oh, fantastic.
Strong little magnets there.
Yeah, really.
Fat Max standard there, so that's a 1200.
Yeah, it's 1200.
Yep.
That's not my favourite type actually.
That was cheap, that one. I think I got one.
Yeah, it was super cheap.
We got some issues. We buy too many tools.
Another
Um,
600mm level, that's the
Stabila.
Stabila. That's
Yeah.
one I go for most often.
Yeah, well, it's probably about, for most little jobs, that and the 1200.
I'm missing a 900 though, I'd like a 900.
Didn't you have buy a 2 metre one at some point?
Yes, up here.
Ugh.
Up here is my
He calls me out of control.
2 metre, and it's got these kick-ass strong magnets on the back
2
as
metre
well.
Fat Max extreme magnetic level.
Yeah, so
So he calls me out of control, guys, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels.
yeah, I gave one away recently, luckily.
Right, so he had 6.
I got my little thickness today. I already talked about that.
Yeah, double thickness, yeah.
So I think that's basically it in terms of what I've got. What do I do in here? Well, a bit of picture frame making.
Made some chairs and stuff for the kids too.
Yeah, I made a chair
Bunks.
for my daughter. Yeah, I made the bunk for her. Half the time I just spend projects improving the shed. So, I don't know if that really counts as being
I
productive.
reckon that's a fair bit of us that do that, but that's alright. We all need a place.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I like my woodwork. I don't tend to love metalwork, but I do it at a pinch when I need to.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying just sanding and crafting timber. So, got a few projects I've got in mind soon.
Yep.
And
obviously we just both have a love for tools
Yeah.
and picking them apart. It's why we've done Oztool Talk. We're certainly not paid for any of it. It's just a case of, you know what, this is what we love doing, like picking away at tools and playing.
Yeah, that's right.
Man's got to have your shed, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to come out here. I stick the heater on, sit down in the armchair, and look around, figure out what I want to do next.
Yep.
So yeah, actually, my next thing is some fencing. So that won't involve much work here, but that's why having cordless tools is so good because I'll use those heaps when I'm doing lots of fencing.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that'd be good.
Well, there you go. So that's Dwain's shed, guys. So yeah, look, hope you're on board. If you wasn't quite your cup of tea, don't hit a dislike. Just move on. We just thought we'd share a little bit about our sheds. I mean, I love talking to guys about the sheds and sort of what they do in them and why they've got certain tools. I reckon it's good. It's a fair bit of what we're about individually. So
Yeah.
there's Dwayno, the brains of Oztool Talk, the editing man, the sound man, the information man. So
now they know who to blame for how shit it is
yeah,
all the
that's
time.
right. Yeah, anything technical to do with Oztool Talk, it's all Dwayne's fault
Yeah,
because
that's
I do
right.
next to nothing, literally. So thanks, guys. Well, I hope you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you got a couple of good ideas
Yeah.
about how to set things up, maybe on
There's
a
a
budget
few little
as well.
things like that dust extractor and stuff. I just think stuff like that, I wouldn't have thought of that. I went out and bought a $300 unit. So
Yeah.
if anyone's got any questions, certainly whack them up. You
Yeah.
know, Dwayne would love to. He loves sitting there replying to the comments and stuff.
Yeah.
If there's any questions you got, certainly hit Dwayne up for it.
Very good.
Thanks
Thanks for
guys.
watching, everyone.
Right.
Please hit subscribe if you like us, and keep an eye out. We'll do Mike's shed in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Which you've seen lots in the videos anyway, but
Yep.
we'll go through that, and yeah, we'll have a couple more reviews up as well.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Thanks, Dwayne.
No worries.